Good evening, my squad. Welcome to episode 17 of The Killing Wall. And it's important to know how far along we are in this wonderful campaign, this assignment that we're doing. Before I get into that, first and foremost, let me remind you, fellow squad mates, help Kinko, donate. Make sure that he does not have to worry about any medical bills once he's out on his face. Once he is back on the airwaves, once he's amongst us all, the whole nine, you're under orders. Not to mention, we actually have Teespring. There are some Support Kinko shirts in there. Nice ass picture of the man. Yo, hell no. Because he says hell nah to bad shit. And also, you see it scrolling down right now. We got a Live 365 app. You listen to Hellfire Radio everywhere, in your pocket, on your tablet, you name it. Seems I'm a little ornery today. I'm not quite getting into the spirit of things. You know why? I'll tell you why. A couple of good reasons why. But on to who's on the chopping block tonight. We're going to be talking about Christmas enthusiasts. Now, some of you might not necessarily catch the nomenclature there. I call them enthusiasts because they have a tendency to be all about the Christmas spirit in fucking September. Abby, glad to see you reporting in. Gabby, good to see you again. As always, folks, don't forget, share to your groups, share to your timelines, share to your friends' timelines, the whole nine, the whole shebang. Like the Hellfire page. Check that one out on Facebook. We're available on hellfireradio.com. You can listen to me there. I even got a YouTube channel. Look out Baron Voltage on there. You should check it out. That said, back to Christmas enthusiasts. Good to see you reporting in, Rhiannon. Damn troops, all your names have a tendency to completely escape me when I get this pissed. So let's yammer on. Damn right, Kurai. Damn right. Hail to the rant commander. Damn right. Because you want to know what? That's what we're doing. We're kicking ass and taking names. I dig it. So, what do I mean by enthusiasts? Enthusiasts are the people that suddenly get bit with the Christmas bug at the end of September, at the end of the summer, rather. Before Labor Day! Let me tell you something. You want to know what you call people that have a tendency to get bit with the Christmas bug that early? I mean, just a little bit. They're fucking psychotic. And you know, coming from me, if it's psychotic, it's a little nuts. A little bit. Okay? What you don't do is overwrite the holidays. You stay in your fucking lane. You want to know when you should be getting bit with the Christmas spirit? Some point just around Black Friday. As a matter of fact, on Black Friday. That's why it exists. It's the day after Thanksgiving. You know, let's make it a holiday. If you're lucky, maybe your local, convenience place has started to put up the Christmas stuff. And don't get me started on the schmucks that start early, too, that actually run the businesses. Oh, you fucking morons. Every last one of you. You're banking on the misery of the people that didn't get their other holidays yet. We haven't gotten Halloween. Oh, Halloween. Halloween, a far superior holiday, in my opinion. Because you get to dish away with whoever you are, whatever you are. And the idea is to scare the shit out of people. I love scaring the shit out of people. I call it motivation. Do you have motivation? Let's not forget to mention the diversity of decoration. Okay? Here's the thing. Christmas is about being all nice. Fuck nice! It's about to get simple. You see, the holidays throughout the year, they serve their purpose. They do. You get off of work if you work a job that doesn't make you work 24/7. Don't get me started there. You get to enjoy time with the family. I know. We all want it. But Halloween, you don't have to spend the time with the family because you're not you. You're something else for that night. And if you want to raise a little bit of hell on Mischief Night, which I know somebody with Hellfire can certainly relate to, that's their holiday. You raise a little bit of hell, you get a little bit of candy. If you got a couple of crotch goblins with you, they get a little bit of candy. But make sure you check it first. Get all the good shit. It's the perfect time of the year to expose the unfairness of life. That's when you expose your kids to candy corn. You show them life is misery. Here's misery in solidified form. Toughen them up. Eat enough candy corn and it'll stop a bullet. And then you got Thanksgiving that comes up. And you want to know what? I can't fault people for looking forward to Thanksgiving. Why? It's a kick-ass fucking meal. It's a date with the family. Can you imagine me at a Thanksgiving table? Dear gods. I had to learn it from somewhere. That sounds like a pissed off UN meeting. And everybody's pissed. Candy corn is life's misery. Yes, Marianne, it certainly is. And thank you for reporting in. But you want to know what tragedy solidified is? The styrofoam peanut. It's orange. Nobody's talking about that. That, by any stretch of the imagination, is despair in solidified form. You gotta wonder who the hell is actually manufacturing these things. But Christmas teaches you nothing. It just says be nice. Yeah, right. Who the fuck is going to be nice on Christmas? Have you not seen a parent in a shopping mall on Christmas? Mary Janes are stress tests on a person's teeth. Believe me, I know. Tell me how nice a mother is in a mall during Christmas season. Explain that to me. That doesn't exist. But it's the most wonderful time of the year. Bullshit. 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 It's the most lied about season ever. I want you to think about it. It doesn't even have a set mascot. Some of the more religious, they take a look at the guy in the white robes that decide to hang out on Golgotha. And for others, it's the big fat guy in the red suit jumping down your chimney. Which one is it? Bolt? Think about it. No, there is one, Marianne, there is one Christmas carol I like. It's called The 12 Pains of Christmas. And I identify with the dad trying to string up the lights. One of the best damn expressions of utter frustration with the season. One light goes out, they all go out. Where the hell are the extension cords? If you really think about it, Christmas serves no purpose. For divorced families, it's to make the kid wonder who's the better parent. For families that are together, it's still for the kid to figure out who's the better parent. And in some cases, who's the more loved child. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that wasn't you growing up. I dare you. There's two seasons, two particular holidays that create friction throughout the year amongst families. One is Thanksgiving, but it's one day. One day. Not for nothing. You just spend the day cooking, you sit down, you eat, you nearly fall asleep in front of the Cowboys game because frankly that's all it's good for is a lullaby. You ain't necessarily going to be watching it for a game. You eat some turkey and you got leftovers for a week. You're good. So it has its upsides and its downsides because you got arguments at the Thanksgiving table. It happens. But then you got Christmas. Christmas starts on Black Friday. It don't end until New Year's Eve. Oh no. That shit is a month and a half of hell. Who's getting what? Who sent a card that who didn't? Who's going where on which day? You going to this one on Christmas Eve? Well, then I'm going to go to this one on Christmas Day. What do you mean we got to handle this? What do you mean we got to handle that? Who's going to sleep where? And when? Are you going to be driving this one to the airport? Are you picking this one up from the airport? All this shit is Christmas. It's all about Christmas. Really? Christmas is utter hell, Paige. It is pure a nightmare. You're expected to put up decorations. Oh, yeah. Decorations. Fuck that. You want to know what makes Halloween superior to Christmas? If you don't put up decorations, sometimes your house looks creepier than the most decked out freaking house on Halloween. I guarantee it. Just don't paint the house for the entirety of the year. Let the elements get to it. Don't cut your lawn. If something dies on your fucking lawn, leave it there. It's ambience. That's all. Play some Gwar and blast that shit out the fucking windows. Scare the hell out of the parents. You want the Karens to leave you the fuck alone? Throw some Slayer on. Blast it with a freaking strobe near the window. You won't have to deal with the kids. Whoever your significant other is that decided, oh, let's have the kids out for freaking fun Halloween things. When they come to the door, we'll scare them and come up with little bullshit fucking things to try and make themselves feel superior throughout the whole damn neighborhood. You scare away the kids before they even get to the fucking door. Guess what? Now you got a whole bowl of candy to yourself. Your choice. That's all the yay. Pro tip. From your rank commander. Ha! Oh, I'm telling you. You take a look at the bullshit that comes around on Christmas. People putting fake snow on their lawns and their windows. Like, what the fuck are you selling? Don't get me started on snow. For those of you that have been watching me for a while now, my very first rant on this lovely platform for Hellfire was snow. And people glorify it. There's even a fucking Christmas carol for it. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Yeah. Fuck that. I got you Christmas. There is nothing good about people that insist on trying to celebrate it early. What they're trying to do is they are legit trying like hell to make their normal lives all the more enjoyable in the moment. Which, you know what? Here, I'll be real with you for a moment. I get that. Times that not for nothing it's an admirable thing. Marianne, you just made me think of a new song. I'm dreaming of this white bullshit. You're welcome. All right? It's a noble pursuit. Make your normal day a little bit more tolerable. I get it. But you know the fuck what? There's already a Halloween coming. And a Thanksgiving coming, which just makes it all the more beautiful. Why the fuck rush it? Let it arrive. Believe it or not, and here's something that's fucked up. All right, you want a hot take? Here's a hot take. I'm glad that COVID's happening during Halloween. Some of you are going to say, what the fuck, why? I'll tell you why. What do most of us like to do on Halloween? We like to sit at home, eat all the candy that we bought that we meant to distribute to the fucking kids, and watch a kick-ass fucking movie that's a slasher that we haven't seen all year. And chances are, not for nothing, let's face it, some of us have had people come over. Some of us have had little gatherings despite this whole distancing shit. And you want to know what? Hey, I'll tell you, don't be that fucking moron. But at the same time, if you could do it, make sure it's with, treat it like a fucking STD. Do it with people that you trust aren't being fucking morons. Okay? Seriously. Because that shit's giving me a fucking headache. So, you want to know what? You have a couple of people over, if that, okay? Maybe 2 or 3. Okay, you kick back with a bowl of popcorn, a shit ton bowl fucking large of Baby Roots, the minis, and the mini Kit Kats, and the mini Hershey bars. Although you tend to not touch the freaking dark chocolate ones. I don't know why. For some reason, they taste nastier than the whole bars themselves. Okay? What's a key Christmas treat? Candy canes? Let me tell you something about candy canes, okay? Candy canes can cause a concussion. Okay? Marianne, not for nothing. Oh, man, there's just so much shit going down. So much shit going down. I don't want to talk about that. I want to rip into other shit right now. Okay? Candy canes are good for causing pain. They're either a fun impact toy, a way to kill somebody, either shank them, as Paige puts it, or bludgeon somebody to death with it. You want to know what? Here, okay? Here's something you could throw down. You see those lovely react emojis? The ones that are probably down there right now in the chat? Okay, here's what I want you to do. Give me a thumbs up if you've ever fashioned a candy cane into a fucking shank. Give me a heart if you've ever hit somebody with one. And give me the laughing emoji if you've done both. And give me the care one if you just ate them. There you go. Let's see them emoji counts run up. Remember, thumbs up if you shank, heart if you bludgeon, laughing if you did both, and cares if you never bothered. I expect to see some training stats here. And then you got people that insist on putting certain Christmas movies on. Rhiannon, if that's what you're into, you and I should have a conversation. That said, people that insist on putting Christmas movies on. Okay? Some Christmas movies are downright fucking hilarious. Others, you gotta look at them funny. You ever notice how for some reason, lately, kids are insistent on putting Frozen on? Why? As if we didn't fucking suffer through that already? Why? I like my favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard. I only like Christmas Vacation to watch that one scene with the lights where Griswold loses his shit. And then when he gets his Jelly of the Month Club. That rant. Oh. That's worthy of a rant commander right there. Seriously. Seriously. That movie is what threw the lovely phrase "shitters full" into the American lexicon. That's the good thing that came out of that movie. Let's face it. Okay? And then, how many of you have had this happen? The schmucks that decide to throw an image of a Yule log on fire as their TV image. Cure? See a doctor. Nightmare Before Christmas isn't even a fucking Christmas or a Halloween movie. It's a cash grab. Burton needs to be castrated in front of a picture of Johnny Depp in an oxygen deprivation chamber. That's all I got to say about that. Okay, folks, I want to show you guys something here. This hurts my brain. This, I have to say, is the most ridiculous thing I have read all year. I want you to think about that for a second. This is the most ridiculous thing I've read all year. Not that. This. What are they captioning? What do you got? Freaking parenthesis that says fire burns. Netflix Yule log has goddamn captions. What the fuck needs translating? Crackling. Oh my god. Why? 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 It makes no fucking sense to me. It makes no sense to me. None. None. No. Okay. Ugh. I'll tell you this. Some of the most terrifying things that I saw as a kid were some of the Christmas claymation movies. The phrase "bumbles bounce" used to haunt me. An abominable snowman chasing after you? No. I think in those movies, the characters were moving around on cocaine, not snow. Because they were seeing talking reindeer. And one of them's nose was a light. I want what you're smoking. And bring an extra freaking bag. Oh, God. Abby, not for nothing. Frosty was the Candy Man, if you think about it. And by candy, I'm thinking Tambourine Man. This shit's so fucking crazy. I am seeing snowmen come to life from a silk top hat. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? And his kids look on in whimsical wonder. No. You roll up a newspaper and you hit each and every single one of them down a line. No. And hit them so hard that the newsprint stays on their fucking face like silly putty. Sweaters. People that wear Christmas sweaters all December. It's an assault upon the eyes. Okay? They've turned it into a gag. It's a thing to find the ugliest Christmas sweater. Why? Red and green stripes. To the eye, it legitimately is unsettling. That's why Wes Craven put Freddy in one. It's meant to throw you the fuck off. God. Troop Rhiannon. Most of those movies were made in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, right when cocaine was a big thing. But still kind of on the underground. You had to be in Hollywood to get it. Would not be surprised. I'm curious what Lord Rungus would actually wear for Christmas. He'd probably put 2 severed reindeer heads on the spikes of his pauldrons. It's a fucking Christmas sweater. Okay. Abby, you exposed something in my brain right now. Something to think about. How many of you folks met folks that are both Christmas and Halloween enthusiasts? I'm pretty sure we got a couple of them in here, too. You notice how all of a sudden, it seems that right around the time when Halloween people wanted the acceptance of Christmas people, Krampus became mainstream. And vice versa. When the Christmas people wanted to impress the Halloween people because they were getting the shit beat out of them for it. Suddenly Krampus became a thing. I got news flash for you folks. Throwing a Santa hat on something doesn't make it Christmassy. Okay? The season's bullshit. It's bullshit. Bullshit. Plain and simple. Okay? It's the season that forgot adults and adults forgot. That's all. Plain and simple. How many of you guys legitimately got yourselves a good Christmas gift from family? I know what I got for the last 15 years, which kind of really irked the shit out of me a little bit. You know what I got? I always got the same 10-pack of white t-shirts from 4 different family members, 2 full packs of socks. And for some reason, I don't know why, a grooming kit. Every year. I got like 9 of them sitting in my fucking closet. A grooming kit. Somebody trying to tell me something? Do I need to be groomed? I don't think so. I think I look fucking handsome as fuck. All right, I'm reading the comments here because some of these are fucking gold. Adults who give kids money for Christmas and stop when the kid becomes an adult. I'm pretty fucking sure I need the money now more than I did back then, but thanks though. Yeah, that's an interesting bit. Parents give kids purposely shit that they don't need. Kids don't really need money. Sorry, they don't. Adults need the money. I used to work as an elf and a mole, taking pictures with Santa. One Santa we had was always high. I would have to tell him not to smoke pot in the Santa suit. He was awesome. Yeah, I would guess you'd have to be. If you're toking and you're Santa, actually you have to be pretty fucking high to be able to deal with those kids. A little bit. Little bit. And let's face it, people that eagerly seek a job to have kids sit in their laps, I'm just saying, Halloween don't really got that. You know? A little bit. Just a little bit. Pour a little bit of fuel on the fire there. And you keep putting your kids through it. How about this? How about you parents that force your kids to actually do it? Your kid kicking and fucking screaming and not wanting anything to do with the kid. Will do with the fucking monster in the red suit and white beard. Why are you putting your kid through that? Why? Why? What did your kid do to you? It's insane. Throw another one at you. It's a good one. Actually, you want to know what? Give me about a moment. I'll be right back. Because, I got a good one for you. Okay. My apologies for the slight pause there. Kind of needed it. But I got one for you. Okay, hang on, I'm taking a look. No, I'm not coming back with a Santa hat. I got one for you. It's going to piss some of you off, maybe. Others, you might be able to relate to it, which is ultimately the whole point of this show. Because then you can tell me if you could get pissed off by it too. Just a little bit. Okay? Why do parents insist on making their 4 and 5-year-olds stand in front of a group of people in a bingo hall or in a school cafeteria or gym and make their kids stand in front of everybody and sing songs that the kids probably can't even understand the fucking meanings of? Why? Why do you put your kids through that? What exactly is the purpose? Because here's the thing I've noticed. And I'm old enough to legitimately see this occur and the long-term effects after the fact. Okay? The second the kid steps up there, what's the first thing a parent does? Up comes the camcorder. Although lately, within the last 10 years, up comes the phone. Why? What exactly is it that you're trying to do? Because I guarantee you, it ain't for the kid. The kid's terrified. The kid ain't enjoying themselves. Usually, the kid's fucking crying their eyes out. They don't want to do it. If they had their opportunity, they'd be home, relaxing. But no, you insist on putting your kid through something at night, past their bedtimes, to sing a poor rendition of Sleigh Ride, where the kid doesn't know any of the words, and you got some first grade teacher that had dreams of being in the music industry waving their arms around like a conductor because they think somehow they'll get a vicarious dream of being lead in chorus when they were in high school or when they were in Glee Club in college. And the reason why I can say it serves no purpose, what happens to that video 2 days after it was taken? There's one of two things that happens. Either A, and this is the rare one, but then again, you usually want to strangle the hell out of these people because usually it's a Karen that does this. They show it to every single human being they can find that would have the slightest remote interest in their family whenever they come over. And then maybe about a good 10 or 15 years later, show it to the person's significant other after the kid has gotten older. Just to be like, look when she was 4. Isn't she cute? And that's part 2. It's so that you parents can feel better about yourselves, isn't it? It's so that you can validate you're being a good parent by forcing your kid through group activities, isn't it? It's because you want to be seen by everybody else as being an engaged parent, interested in the enrichment of your child, isn't it? I got news for you. You want to be a good parent to your kid? Listen to them. Hang around them. Engage with them. What you don't do is put them through a traumatic experience in front of everybody for your own fucking amusement and need for validation. Those are usually the parents that be like, hey, I got a kid. It goes with my purse. Look, I don't tell people how to raise their kids. But you know what? I want you to really think the next time you enroll your kid in any kind of fucking group activity. Are you doing it because they want it? Or are you doing it because you want it? Are you doing it because the kid legitimately has an interest in something? Or are you doing it because you want the other parents to like you? Or so that your family can see that your kid is better than whoever their kid is? That's another one. Christmas is the breeding ground for that type of behavior. Look at my kid. They did this at the Christmas show. Your kid is 5. They're only going to remember that when they're sitting on a therapist's couch. God. And I could say that with confidence. Because I've seen kids grow up and talk about that shit. I have a niece. Same thing. I love my mother to death. My sister is one of the best parents I know. Gives a shit about her kid, but at the same fucking time, she put her kid through hell with that shit. Now, Christmas concerts, Paige, I could get behind. You want to know why? Because usually the kids that are part of Christmas concerts, the ones involving instruments, are actually displaying the work that they put in. And there is an age bump to that. Usually it's some 7 or 9-year-old that picked up an instrument and learned how to play and kept at it all year. I guarantee you, a 5-year-old just learns where the fucking side of the sandbox doesn't stink the worst when they're playing outside. They don't give a shit about the lyrics to Jingle Bells. God. Okay. Plus, Halloween doesn't have carols. They merely got kick-ass tunes. Ambience. Auditory ambience. Screams. The sound of a chainsaw in the distance. Maybe the occasional crow. That's it. A weird out-of-place Gregorian chant. It sounds somewhat ominous in Latin. That's always awesome. Christmas ain't got no tunes. Ain't got no tunes. They got music, they ain't got no tunes. Although I will say, there is one thing that makes me laugh my ass off. The Whamageddon. Because I'm curious. It's a fucking game about avoiding a Christmas song, for fuck's sakes. I've survived 2 years in the running. Can't get me. By the way, if I haven't said it enough, I want you to share this to timelines, to groups, to everybody that you can. You hit share, you go down to more options, you go to share to groups, and you just go down the line. Share. Takes 30 fucking seconds. And you still got the PayPal link and the Teespring link down there too. Download Live 365. Listen to Hellfire Radio anywhere. Straight up. Do it. I may have a surprise for you guys next week. To completely blow your minds. I promise. Y'all are going to be like, holy fuck. And y'all are going to get sick of me. I guarantee it. But any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, cash payments, or in the words of my former drill sergeant, come on. I'm doing something important. Ask me something stupid. Come on. I'm on the phone with my mother that I haven't spoken to in the last 2 months. I really miss her. Come on, interrupt me. Talk about asking me something stupid. I'm not saying your questions are stupid. There's no such thing as a stupid question. But that's something funny my drill instructor used to do. He'd tell us something, and then he'd wait for questions. And like clockwork, some troop would come up and ask a stupid question about something that just got said less than 5 minutes ago. So on the last day that I was in basic, our graduation, he told us what we were going to be doing, what the schedule of the day was going to be. And he says, does anybody have any questions? Nobody has any questions. Okay, here. I'm going to pretend I'm in my office and I'm doing something majorly important. Because that's when you people have a tendency to come up to me in my office and ask me a dumb question. So look, I'm at my desk. I'm doing something important. And we laughed our asses off. Only time I ever laughed in basic. So after about 150 push-ups from laughing, we knew what we had to do. That's the story of the night. What order would I rank all the holidays in? Ooh. You talking federal holidays or national holidays? Or are you talking about the ones associated with a particular type of faith? Because I can tell you the reasons behind them all. Because that's important. There is a difference. Faith-based holidays and federal holidays are two different things. Number one, of course, is Halloween. I love me some Halloween. Okay? It's fun. I get to hang out with some of the best people in the world. I cannot complain. Halloween is my favorite. Number two, actually I like the 4th of July. Nothing to do with the military, everything to do with the fact that I get to watch shit blow up. It's one of the reasons why I like being American. Because what better country can you be in that celebrates its freedom by blowing shit up? Yeah! And the bigger the boom, the better. And we try to make it colorful. Number three, I like President's Day. It's a nice day in February. It's rather enjoyable. Okay, you get a Monday off. Number four, Easter. No, Thanksgiving. Strike that. Thanksgiving is 4th. And the reason why Thanksgiving didn't make it in the top 3 is this. President's Day, I could be left the fuck alone. Thanksgiving, I have to deal with family. And if I'm going to have a meal and get argued at, you're going to lose a couple of points. But I do get to see my family. I didn't get to this last year. Which reminds me, I got to put in a time off request so that I can actually go see my family on Thanksgiving. But, in all seriousness, okay? Thanksgiving. It's a nice 4th. 5th is Easter. I get candy. Yes, I do. I don't get the Easter egg hunt, but I get candy. Candy's cheap in the fucking stores. I'm going to buy a crap ton of it. That immediately gives it points in my book. And every once in a while, the adults have an Easter egg hunt, and they put money in the eggs. Get a couple of bucks. Why not? Okay? Number 6 is going to be a little controversial. I actually like Columbus Day. Not for the person that it's set aside for, but for the fact that I get that day off. If I put in for it. So guess what? I get that day off. I got no complaints. Number 7. New Year's Eve. And it's because it's the beginning of a new fucking year. What I don't like about it is I got to start writing the number different. And I'm usually the designated Dave. By designated Dave, I'm the schmuck that has to pick the drunk people up. Because I very rarely drink. I'm nuts with coffee. You don't want to see me drunk. Number 9, Valentine's Day. Now, why is it so low on the list, you might ask? I'll tell you. It's low Because to be honest with you, if there's a holiday, or if there needs to be a holiday, be able to tell your significant other that you love them, you're not with the right person. Or maybe they're not with you for the right reasons. You should be wanting to show them how much you love them 365 days a fucking year. You shouldn't wait for February 14th to be doing that. You get some candy out of the deal, yeah, but you want to know what? I could go to the corner store, buy myself a Whitman sampler, and I'll be fine. And then I can put it in a heart-shaped box, and it still kicks ass. That's it. Every once in a while, one of my girlfriends will come over and show their love. But it doesn't have to be February 14th for that. And the last one is Christmas. I get to see family, but I get the arguments. I get gifts, but I don't need them. I get some movies, but most of them suck. It's a little colder outside, but sometimes it snows. I get time off if I put in for it. But I can't buy nothing. Because everything that's fucking mother is off the shelves. Y'all are freaking out about the fucking shelves being empty and COVID. Try showing up the Saturday after Black Friday in a Best Buy. Those shelves are twice as empty. And y'all are freaking out. Anybody else got any other questions, comments, concerns, complaints? Cash payments, especially the cash payments parts. I love that. Oh, and by the way, in case y'all were wondering, you can report in me with directly at thekillingwall@gmail.com. Shoot me some things that you feel deserve to be put up to the poll. I'll get it fitted for a blindfold and a cigarette. We'll read off the charges, and we'll call it a day. I like that. I'm pretty sure you do too. So, that said, I'm going to say I'm ending the stream early, but I do want to see some comments in here before I call it a night. You see, Abby says that she loves Valentine's Day because the Bronx Zoo does their name a cockroach thing. Is that the same everywhere else? I'm curious. You know, some towns do and some cities do some really cool shit on a holiday. Name a cockroach on Valentine's Day? I dig it. Because something tells me it's a good way to crush things. I dig it. Do you get to feed the cockroach to anything? No, it's that time of night where I usually kind of wind down a bit. Ooh. I'll tell you, folks, it's been a day. There we go. It's been a day. If I seem a little sluggish on Friday night, guys, it's because they're having me work a morning shift tomorrow and Friday. So I might be just a little bit tired. Sometimes for Valentine's Day, some folks like it, other people hate it. And usually there are good reasons behind it. I'm not saying that folks don't have a good reason to hate anything. You know, I want you to get pissed. Let's face it, that's my fucking mantra. I want you to get pissed. What the hell are the cockroaches going to necessarily want money for? I'm a little snarky right now. I'm snarky because I gotta actually go to bed soon. Because I gotta be up in the morning for work. That's why I'm saying, folks, get your questions in now. Worst comes to worst, you can contact me through the Gmail that I had on earlier. It's thekillingwall@gmail.com. No spaces. Yeah, but Paige, you want to know what the thing is that that's just between two people, or in some cases, three people or four people, depending on what type of dynamic you got going on. But, the downside that is that it's selective with who you have to deal with it on. Family, you can't really pick unless you have that type of thing going on. Me, as much as I have gripes about my legit blood relatives, I'll still see them if I can help it. And that's something, a lot of us have trouble with. I've learned in my experience, a lot of the people that either watch me or on Hellfire, I'm not saying that there's like a direct correlation or anything, but a lot of the folks that I come across have a lot of problems with their parental units, the ones that bore them. This is going to be, emotional pro tip here. Okay. Mostly because Friday is the anniversary of my mother's passing. September is a rough month for me because this Friday is the anniversary 5 years ago was when she left this earth. And then exactly 7 days later, I'm turning 40. So you can imagine a bit of the emotional roller coaster I'm going to be going through. And I think, and I say to myself, all the things I wish I could have said to my mom. Or how would she feel if she saw me on here doing this, having a fan base, yammering with you folks, actually doing something entertaining that people like doing and like watching. Can you imagine that shit? I mean, I'm sure some of you have lost relatives that you wanted to, say like, hey, check me out. But, I mean, in all seriousness, how many of you have taken a look at things and said to yourself, you want to know what? If they were still here, I want to be able to share my life with them. Some of us are happy that, we're not connected with our parental units. But somebody had to fill that role for you. Be it a friend, a secondary relative like an aunt or an uncle or a grandparent. My condolences to you, Curai and Beth. But yeah, I mean, we all have folks that we wish were still here. And regardless of the holidays, it gets hard when you miss them and you wish they were there. It used to be a tradition of mine to take a photo of the family at the Thanksgiving dinner. Last year was the first year I haven't been able to do it in like 6 years. And it's unfortunately because I had to work. So I wasn't able to do it. And the family didn't really know I was like doing it or trying to start a tradition or anything. I just started doing it. And the hardest they hit was the first one that I took when my mother wasn't at the head of the table, because she was always at the head of the table. Mostly because she was the smallest and the back chair was up against a gigantic china cabinet at my aunt's house. But, you look back and togetherness, regardless of circumstance, is always a driving force for a person. Wanting to keep the family together, wanting to keep the communication lines open, always be there for one another, because conflicts come and go. Family, regardless if it's chosen or born into, that's forever. Don't scorn it. Appreciate it while you still have it. Paige said it best. And my condolences, Abby. Seriously, I mean, regardless if we lost the people when we can remember them or, when we were too young, a loss is a loss. And you always wonder. And it's not a somber note to end on things, but it's definitely something I want you all to consider. We all have somebody that's a father or mother figure to us. Show your appreciation and love to them. Whether you feel like you just did it 10 minutes ago or you haven't done it in 10 years. Either pick up the phone, give them a call, shoot them a text if they're actually capable, because most of us have parents that were way before that. Or just let them know. Because you never know when it's going to be the last time. My mother got sick. I lost her 6 months later. Just like out of the blue. She went from healthy to severe decline in health out of nowhere. Had no clue until she got diagnosed. She got hit with stage 4 metastatic renal cell carcinoma. Short and sweet, kidney cancer. You know what, Avi? I mean, that's timing for you. I think sometimes, if a parent can, they will hold on for a holiday. Give it an extra meaning. Like my mother, she purposely went so that she went on Friday specifically so that we could have a 3-day weekend. That was my mom. She purposely timed it so that we could have a 3-day weekend. And the irony is, it was my first day of accounting class, and she was principal account clerk for Jersey City Public Schools for over 20 years. So the first day when I could have used her help on my fucking homework, that's when she went. And that's how my mother was. She loved being ironic. Appreciate those still in your life, chosen or otherwise. And those that you willingly separated from, whatever it is that you did to fill the void, or if you felt the need to avoid, hold on to it. Sometimes all it takes is a single hug to rebuild the bond that's been broken. Keep that into your hands. Consider that an early Christmas gift, if you will. One that will keep on giving. I promise you. On that note, you're all hereby dismissed. Briefing is over. I want you all to have a good night. Tune in on Friday for Into the Shadows. My condolences, Beth, like I said before. My mother was interred the day before my 35th birthday. It sucked. But see, I almost don't want to go because your comments are coming in now, and it's sad. Oh man, it's one of these days I'll tell you guys how I said goodbye to my mother. That's not for right now because unfortunately I do have to get some sleep. Maybe I'll tell you guys about it on Friday. But until then, this is your rank commander retiring for the evening. Stay frosty. Stay straight. And remember, I want you to get pissed. Because the only way things change is if you get angry enough to be motivated. Have a good fucking night. Rank Commander out.